That's the one.
K277DQ Lafayette, 1420 KPEL Lafayette.
The rumors are true.
People keep asking if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Dave Schultz and SportsChat are back.
I'm back, baby! I'm back!
One change, though.
I'm sorry, that deal's now off the table.
What?
We live in a different world than we did just 30 seconds ago.
Instead of waking you up, he's taking you home from work.
Hey, Dad, you want to have a catch? I'd like that.
Talking Cajuns, Tigers, Saints, all of it.
I am your father.
Buckle up, Acadiana.
I feel the need for speed. Ow!
It's time for Sports Chat with Dave Schultz on 103.3 The GOAT.
I can't wait. So how you like me now? 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 Remember the time.
All right, Dave Schultz, Linda Burton, on what has been a jam-packed Monday afternoon sports chat on 103.3 The GOAT. We've talked Pac-12 and college football, Dimitri Rabinos and Tim Brando. We talked LSU football. We talked Saints football with Jacques Doucet and John Hendricks. Let's talk a little Alabama Crimson Tide. We bring in Nick Kelly from the Tuscaloosa News. Nick, how is that carrot cake doing in Tuscaloosa?
It's still in the oven. It's not out yet.
Leave it there. And then toss it out.
Got to let it bake. I mean, frankly, I'm not a carrot cake fan, so
you and me both.
Alabama's quarterback turns out better than carrot cake. But for me, I'm going red velvet or something like that.
That's even better. Exactly. At least that's a choice. That's a good flavor of a cake. I'm with you. If I wanted vegetables for dessert, I'd have a salad. I don't even like vegetables with my meal, meanwhile, for dessert. So I thought that was the biggest scandal. That was by far the biggest scandal at SEC Media Days. Anybody who thought carrot cake is any good.
I mean, Nick Saban likes it, and I guess if he likes it, then maybe it's not crazy. But I don't know. I'm not choosing carrot cake. I mean, it's not that it's the worst thing in the world.
Worst.
There are many other desserts I would rather have.
Absolutely. All right. So, how did the quarterbacks look? Is this the only practice / scrimmage you get to see as part of the media in Tuscaloosa? It's an open one over the weekend.
That's correct.
Okay.
That is correct. So, yes, we got a rare glimpse into practice on Saturday. It was open to the public, and that's why they opened it to us, too, because if you're opening to the public, you might as well let the media come. But otherwise, no, we do not get to see practice. It's very limited. But, yeah, the quarterbacks, definitely there's some inconsistency still and some things to work out. And to me, some answers still to be determined.
Did anybody look better than the other?
I mean, to me, it seems like it's a two-man race between Jalen Milroe and Ty Simpson. That's not terribly surprising because Tyler Buchner, I mean, yes, he has Tommy Rees familiarity, but Tommy Rees is not running the Notre Dame offense. He's running the Alabama offense with his own little twists and wrinkles. So Tyler Buchner's behind, so to speak, for just having to learn where you have these other two quarterbacks who've been in the system at least a year, for Jalen Milroe 2 years. And frankly, Buchner was fine, but he didn't really impress me that much.
Right.
From what I saw, I'd say Ty Simpson had the maybe most impressive moments, but he also had some throws that I think he would want back. Jalen Milroe had some throws that I thought were impressive, but the receivers didn't help him out much. And so it's a little tough to tell, but he had a few that, two that I thought should have been touchdowns that receivers did not make the play on. And then there's one where he hit Ja'Cory Brooks in the hands, it bounced off Ja'Cory Brooks' hands, and defender intercepted it. So, I mean, almost an incomplete grade. But to be honest, we know to an extent what Jalen Milroe can do. He's worked to improve some this offseason, but overall, we can't determine a whole lot from a practice, maybe where he's grown, because for him it's all about, okay, what decisions can he make in game, and how can he deal with that pressure? Because obviously the Texas A&M game, he had some struggles. He had some turnovers, and that's his first game. And so even though I think in a lot of ways that made Tide fans a little concerned and kind of cast him out, so, from wanting him in that role. But that's his first start, and ideally it's going to get better from there if he's starting more games. And so, I'm not ready to rule him out based on that one Texas A&M game, but really to find out more answers about him, we need to see him in more game action. So it's a little harder to tell for him from our practice, but Ty Simpson we haven't seen as much of. And he certainly looks the part in some ways, and there's a lot to like there. But again, he's got to be more consistent. There was a series of plays where I think he had one ball that he overthrew. The next ball, beautiful touchdown, facing pressure over the middle. And the next ball he overthrew, I think. And so it was kind of that perfect microcosm of, hey, this guy has got some really good skill, but he's got to continue to work. So no, Bryce Young is not on this roster. There's no, oh man, this guy's going to be the Heisman winner, at least right now. And so, but what that means for the competition, I mean, it's hard to tell. And obviously, there's a lot of practices to be held before we see some game action. So, yeah, we got to see a practice, but a lot's going to happen between now and the first game.
Where is the strength of the Alabama offense?
It's got to be running backs. It's got to be the running game. If it's me, I mean, I think you just keep handing the ball off and have them run right behind J.C. Latham and Tyler Booker. Those two are just some dudes on the offensive line. I would not want to get in their way. And plus, they're good pals. They actually played together in high school. Because as far as the receivers, still some inconsistency with catching footballs. A few drops. Now it's practice, and I get that, and they're going to have some mistakes. But that was a problem last year, and so you can't help but kind of have some concerns about, oh man, here we go again type of deal. And obviously there's just uncertainty at quarterback. And so I wouldn't necessarily say the receiving game is a strength yet. So that's where I'm going to lean running backs. They have some depth. Saban has talked about multiple times how much he likes the running back group and the depth they have. And he even knocked on wood. Hopefully they can stay healthy kind of thing. But I think that's the position group that's going to lead the way, especially early on for the Tide.
He is Nick Kelly from Tuscaloosa News. All right, defensively, a lot of turnover, but still a lot of talent all over the place, in fact.
Yeah, defensively, I think there's a lot to like. If there was one big overall takeaway from what we saw in practice, I think the defense is ahead of where the offense is. And, I mean, this defense is legit. I mean, this is a group that I think with Kevin Steele at DC, I mean, they're talking about being relentless. They're talking about, be disciplined. Like he's really bringing back some things that I think you can argue they've missed in recent years to an extent. And so I think you have to really like where this defense is headed. I mean, they got some good pressure when we saw them in 11-on-11 drills. You've got Dallas Turner, Chris Brazel on the outside. Yeah, Will Anderson moves on, but you still got some more guys. I mean, it's ridiculous, Dave, if you look at how they've recruited at that position at edge rusher over just outside of Will Anderson. They've got some guys. I mean, watch out if you're the opposing offensive lines and quarterbacks. So there's a lot to like there. Middle linebacker, great competition. The defensive line, I think, is trending upward. And then you have the secondary with so many different combinations of guys you could use. There's a lot to like there, too. So if there's a side of the ball I'm high on, it's defense. And I think this defense is going to have to be a catalyst for this team to win, especially early on in the season.
So that used to be how Alabama would win, right? We were talking to Nick Kelly from the Tuscaloosa News. They wouldn't only get turnovers, they'd score defensively.
Yeah. I would not be shocked if that's how this group does it, too. I mean, there's a lot to like about this. And I'm not – this time of year, Dave, I think we get a lot of, excitement of, hey, this is, everyone's looking good, everyone's undefeated kind of thing. But really, this defense, this is my third season I've been covering Alabama. I think this has got a shot to be a really, really good defense. Will it be the best Saban's ever had? I don't know about that, but it's got a shot to be a really talented defense. And personally, I'm very interested to see what they can do this year.
Well, see, you've been covering Alabama. I've been watching the guys, play high school football. So I saw Deontay Lawson play high school football. I watched and heard Kool-Aid McKinstry win a state title playing corner and wide receiver in the same game. Tell us about Kool-Aid. I think I got him at the end of his media days, and he was about spent. Is he just kind of quiet? He was a little bit tired when he was talking to me. I mean, I got a few minutes out of him, but he just seemed a little withdrawn. Maybe he was bored, and he doesn't know me. But he just seemed a little quiet.
Yeah, Kool-Aid's not necessarily a boisterous guy in terms of interviews. He's not necessarily a Will Anderson type with that. I mean, Will was fantastic with interviews, but that's not necessarily a bad thing about Kool-Aid. It's just not who he is. But Kool-Aid, to me, is arguably their best player, if not one of their top 3 best players.
Right.
I mean, he was fantastic last year. I don't have the stats right in front of me, but teams did not do well when they threw at him. And I think you saw that because teams went after the other cornerback. So, I mean, Kool-Aid's a fantastic player. I mean, they were so excited about him when he got here. I mean, everyone talks about his great name, but, I mean, you could tell Nick Saban was excited to have this guy early on. I mean, Nick Saban's a DB's coach, of course, so that's what he loves. And you can tell he's always been excited about this guy, and that's proven true. And because he was a 5-star guy, and he's lived up to that hype. So Kool-Aid's going to be a cornerstone of that defense. He was last year, and he's going to be again this year.
He was on the field, right? He's winning a state title in December. He was playing in Alabama in October. He was playing. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean, he got on the field fast. I mean, he started the national championship game. Imagine that as a freshman.
Right. That's right. We're talking to Nick Kelly, Tuscaloosa News. Reichert's back, isn't he? The kicker's back?
He is. He's back. He's married. Old man, kind of. I mean, like,
right.
He's
can rent a car.
He's been around the block a little bit. Yeah.
Owns a house. Selling insurance on the side.
No, he owns a house. I believe him and his wife bought one. So no, it's Will's. You know, he's moving up, but he's still. I mean, hey, you get that COVID year, you get the extra time. Why not keep kicking?
I mean, did he really buy a house in Tuscaloosa?
I don't know where he bought it, but I mean, he has I think he bought a house at some point, or he's renting. Or I just had seen a house or something.
Okay.
But no, he got married this off season. So congrats to him.
Yeah, but he was headed to the Senior Bowl, and then Nick Saban had to call Jim Nagy and say, Will is really nervous to talk to you, but he feels really bad. He's coming back. So,
yeah. Well, Will originally, I mean, I think he kind of was planning on leaving. I mean, he basically announced he was, and
right.
Even I talked to him post game in the Sugar Bowl locker room, and he's talking about his legacy at Alabama, his time at Alabama. And next thing you know, he's coming back.
Right.
So that's not such a bad thing if you're Alabama, because he's been probably the best kicker Nick Saban's had.
Nick
Saban loves the guy.
Right. Also nice to have Nick Saban as your shield to call Jim Nagy from the Senior Bowl to ease the apology through.
Yeah.
Who else? Who is anybody else stuck out? Anybody reports of players that did not see a lot of playing time last year?
One interesting thing, and again, obviously, they know that we're there. You know, we were there Saturday. They know the public is there. So, to an extent, you have to take some of it, what we saw with a grain of salt. But also, Nick Saban's not going to waste a practice. It was interesting to me, Devontae Smith, and not the Heisman-winning receiver, but the D-back, defensive back, who I think he's in his third year now. He was getting some time with the ones at safety. So he was a guy in the mix that I didn't necessarily anticipate would, because they got so many guys there. At defensive back and so many pieces there. But he might be taking that next step and a guy to watch moving forward for that group. So, and another thing, Ferguson at guard is competing with Darian Dalcourt. They were both getting reps with the ones. So I'm very curious to see how that battle plays out.
All right. What are you working on over there at the Tuscaloosa News?
A lot of stuff, a lot of content. I mean, this time of year, we're fully ramping up now, and have a story on someone who was important in the Alabama football dynasty building that unfortunately passed away this past year, but that's going to be coming out this week, a feeture on him. So look for that coming out later this week.
Let me ask you. So at South Alabama, I could go to the whole practice. All right. So I would go to the last honestly, I could go to the whole thing. South Alabama's wide open. I would go to the last half an hour. I don't have 2.5 hours to be at practice, but I can go to the last half hour, and you get to see a little scrimmaging, and you get to see the quarterbacks working, and so you can see what's going on, and then you get the players afterwards and the coaches every day, whatever you wanted. All right, but here for the Cajuns, I only can go for the first 15 minutes, and it's a couple of drills. What am I looking for in those first 15 minutes?
I mean, there's not a whole lot, and that's by design.
Sure.
Because Alabama opened practice a little bit at the start of 2021, and that was the same kind of deal. And, yeah, you're just seeing stretching and individual work. So there's not a whole lot to glean from it. But to a small extent, you can see a little bit who looks good with their footwork. And I'm a little bit of a football nerd that way, just in terms of, I just love the game. And so you can glean small little things, but not a whole lot.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, we get to see the quarterbacks throw into the wide receivers, the tight ends. They were working with the running backs. You get to see, it was day 4 yesterday, so the centers are working on snapping it and how to get off the ball. So I just didn't know. I didn't know if you could point me in the right direction on what I should be looking for, but you're talking to me, I should be looking at footwork. All right. That's a good point.
I mean, just the basic techniques, because how you do one thing is how you do everything, right? And so,
Sure.
that's some of the key things to look at. But I mean, unfortunately, the best thing you're going to be able to find out usually from 15 minutes is who's the best at stretching. So.
Well, they take us. We get like the third period, so they're doing the stretching. Stretching's over. We're not seeing stretching. We do get 15 minutes. We do get 15 minutes of work. I will say that.
Okay. But one interesting thing about seeing stretching in Alabama is Nick Saban does the ab work with them when they stretch.
I saw you tweet that out.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, good for him. I don't think I'm going to be doing that at 71.
I think. What about at 30?
I mean, yeah, I'm not doing it right now.
That's what I'm saying. Get down there with him. Get down there with Saban and see if you can do more than Saban. Come on, Kelly, get into shape.
Well,
it's training camp.
When I hang up, Dave, I'm going to go do some sit-ups. So.
There you go. All right, count them out up to 5.
I might do like 7 or 10. I might do 7 or 10.
Beautiful. Don't hurt yourself. All right. I tweaked my back. It's a bad thing. Don't tweak your back. All right. He is Nick Kelly. He's Nick Kelly with the Tuscaloosa News. We'll catch you up during the season. Thank you, my friend.
Thanks so much, Dave. Have a great one.
All right. So not much to glean from that. We'll see if the offensive line last year was bad for Alabama, like really bad.
They haven't been good in the trenches, really.
All right. I forgot to ask him about Tommy Rees. I do not like Tommy Rees as an offensive coordinator. I laughed. People in Alabama, whatever, King Saban does, they love it.
Yeah, he's God.
I like the Kevin Steele hire. I do like the Kevin Steele hire.
Defensive coordinator?
He's the defensive coordinator. He'd been there before. He was with Alabama.
Yeah,
he was with Auburn. Almost got the Auburn job before Brian Harsin. His son actually is the offensive line coach with South Alabama.
Okay.
So, he would be at practices a couple of times a few years ago.
So you got to know him.
Well, he wouldn't shut up. It was very interesting.
He was a talker.
He was a talker. Right? You're kind of nervous to ask him questions, and you ask him 1 or 2 questions. He's talking for half an hour.
That's interesting. That doesn't really fit with Saban's MO.
Well, not Kevin Steele.
Yeah.
Right. So Kevin Steele, no problem. I mean, he was talking about the job that he didn't get and what he's doing now, and he gets a chance to see his son and his grandkids, and he comes to the games, and he just would not. It was funny because I'm talking to the beat writer for South Alabama, Craig Stevenson. I'm like, we just ask him 2 or 3 questions, and he just goes. It's not even follow-ups. I'm not a big fan of the Tommy Rees hire. We'll see if that works out. Okay.
So there's some injuries on. The practice report for the Tigers just came out. After the break, I'll give you some injuries that took place.
All right. Let's take a timeout. All right. No more guests. So if you want to get in on the show, give us a call 269-1077. 269-1077. On my timeline, everybody's coming
about
in hard about Kevin Brown. Yeah, they are crushing the Orioles. We'll see if the Orioles
do anything.
Give in to peer pressure. I doubt it. They usually don't, but it'd be nice to see. Dave Schultz, Lyndon Burton. Maybe we'll get Ben McDonald on. He came home. Okay. He's back at home.
Nice.
He's not going to say anything about Kevin Brown, but he can talk Orioles. And LSU for that fact matter. Dave Schultz, Lyndon Burton, 103.3 The Go.
The eyes over time.
Mess with the goat. You'll get the horns, then the butt. Because that's what goats do. 103.3 The Goat.
At Lofton, we're in the business of matching hard workers with some of the most sought-after employers in the Lafayette area. To Lofton, you're more than just another employee. We care about your interests, and we can help match you with a company that needs your skills. You can complete an application, schedule an interview, and even browse jobs by simply going to lofton.jobs. That's lofton.jobs. We also offer an unlimited $100 referral bonus. At Lofton, we put people to work. Lofton.jobs.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Sky Rizzy, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Sky Rizzy is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Sky Rizzy. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Sky Rizzy, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Sky Rizzy, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizzy.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZY to learn more.
And we're live here outside the Perez family home, just waiting for and there they go. Almost on time this morning. Mom is coming out the front door strong with a double-arm kid carry. Looks like Dad has the bags. Daughter is bringing up the rear. Oh, but the diaper bag wasn't closed. Diapers and toys are everywhere. Ooh, but Mom has just nailed the perfect car seat buckle for the toddler. And now the eldest daughter, who looks to be about 9 or 10, has secured herself in the booster seat. Dad zips the bag closed, and they're off. But looks like Mom doesn't realize her coffee cup is still on the roof of the car. And there it goes. Oh, that's a shame. That mug was a fam favorite.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Just nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Learn more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Visit nhtsa.gov/the
right seat. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
St. Joseph's Indian School is much more than a school for Native American children.
It's like a family. Classes are fun here. I am learning about my culture.
Since 1927, St. Joseph's Indian School has provided children the education, health care, and support they need to succeed. To help give our kids brighter futures, learn more at stjo.org today.
Pardon us while we butt in with a little common sense. 103.3 The GOAT, the greatest sports talk of all time.
Gone so long, it's been gone so long. Gone, it's been gone so long. Gone so long. Gone, it's been gone so long. Well, I wonder if I ever gonna see my girl. Gone, it's been gone so long. Well, I wonder if I ever gonna see my girl. Ever since she left me.
All right, we have heard, by the way, from Jeff Pearlman. We'll have him on sometime this week.
I'm watching episode tonight, so I can be ready.
All right. I did finish, by the way, Lincoln Lawyer.
Oh, did you like it?
I did. I'll be honest with you. I didn't see it coming. I didn't see the ending.
Okay, so
I'm not going to spoil it.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't spoil it for me and Ben Woolridge.
I'm not going to spoil it, but you know how the case ends.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, that's why the show is there, right? It's kind of like Perry Mason. They don't, we know how it ends.
Yes, yeah.
Once in a while, like when LA Law would lose a case, you're kind of surprised.
Shocked. Yeah, same thing with SVU.
Right, yes.
I still watch SVU to this day.
Yeah, I get caught in it.
It's
I got
just
caught
good.
Up with so, but I'll be honest with you, I did not see the total ending coming. So,
okay.
Like with Jack Ryan, I could figure out who the bad guy was.
You can figure that out each season.
First show, just the way TV shows are written and everything like that. So.
I told my brother, I was like, look, me, you, Ben Woolridge, got to watch some Lincoln Lawyer. He was like, no. If you're coming over, the team wants their blood.
Oh.
I was like, what you mean? He was like, you challenged the whole team to 2K.
Oh.
He was like, now you're getting people coming at me. I was like, don't worry. I'll handle up, set the date. I'll be there because they're underground. They're training right now at training camp, so he can't do anything.
Right.
He was like, after the season, you better be ready. I was like, I'm going to be ready.
What does that mean?
Because they're coming at me, the team.
He doesn't have any free time during the season?
Well, I don't want to, do that to the team.
To be honest with you, now is the time.
Okay. Well, I'll see what he says.
Now is the time.
I'll see what he says. Like right before they start.
They're practicing at night.
Yeah, they are.
They got not going to school.
He's been locking in.
Now is the time.
Right,
now, I don't understand they're working out and they're doing film, but they have somewhere along the way. There's a little free time.
I'll ask him about Saturday.
I get it if it's like 6 to 8 hours a day, but I doubt it's 12.
But they want their blood.
Uh-oh.
They want me. Y'all are if you were listening.
Feels like you're being set up.
If you are listening and you're on the Ragin Cajuns football team,
oh man,
y'all can get the smoke.
Oh no.
The smoke.
Well, no, smoke's gonna lose.
Oh no. They saying you can get the smoke is a way to say. All
right, just making sure you're not.
No, I'm not talking about Smoke Dog. He's trash compared to what I'm about to face. Look, UL Ragin Cajuns football team.
Do we need to have security? Is your brother going to protect you? Whose team is he going to be on?
I'm going to bring my other cousin who's big as well.
Okay.
He had a chance to play.
What happened to you?
Well, I just stopped being an athlete. If you just saw me when I was in my right before I went to my freshman year of college, I was yoked, Dave. I was looking good.
But how big is your brother?
Oh, my brother's huge. He's like 6'4".
Okay.
6'5".
What happened to you?
I didn't get the height. Oh. Yeah, I didn't get the height. But I'm gonna bring my cousin. He could have played D2 football, but he's trying to be a lawyer, so he's still pretty jacked. I'm gonna bring both of them as my security.
Okay, all right, just making sure.
Because let me let it be known, UL football, and I'm gonna say UL basketball.
Oh.
Y'all could all get the smoke in NBA 2K right now.
All right.
Oh, hold on.
Boom sauce.
Dropping it.
All right, what you got? Tigers injuries? Did you say?
Yes. Courtesy of, I want to give credit to where credit is due. William Weathers put out the article on Tiger Rag. We have some injuries. Sophomore kicking specialist Nathan Dilbert, the Arizona defensive tackle transfer Parrish Shand, freshman cornerback Kylan Jackson, sophomore safety Matthew Langlois was injured and held out of contact today. They all did some light jogging in the far corner of the end zone. And then Ohio State transfer cornerback J.K. Johnson had his left leg wrapped and propped up on a scooter to move around.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
All right.
So it sounds like the ones I mentioned previous are going to be okay, but J.K. Johnson sounds like he might be out for a while.
Okay. All right, let's take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll reset.
Gotcha. Yeah, Dave, anytime you got any beef with anybody, just tell them my co-host will beat you in NBA 2K.
Okay.
And FIFA. I'm good at FIFA as well.
Oh, you're good at FIFA.
Madden, I don't claim. Can't claim that.
All right. Dave Schultz, Lyndon Burton on a Monday afternoon sports chat, rolling along on 103.3 The Go.
If it's not the GOAT, then they're full of sheep. 103.3 The GOAT, the greatest sports talk of all time.
Dwight Andrus, a division of Hub International, is Louisiana's premier employee benefits and commercial insurance brokerage. Dwight Andrus can insure just about any risk that your business faces. Dwight Andrus specializes in the construction, healthcare, real estate, and hospitality industry. Chances are you're probably already doing business with someone who does business with Dwight Andrus. Dwight Andrus, a division of Hub International. Ask to speak with Harry Patea or Brant Etier. Visit them at dwightandrasinsurance.com.
Bobby, did we get that shipment of mesquite?
Jim's woodworking shop worked fine
Good fit on those Japanese corners.
until half his staff retired.
Wow, those cuts are neat. I'm really going to miss your precision.
He needs 4 skilled woodworker bees ASAP.
All right, this jigsaw needs a new blade.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates, and you can schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from the Indeed dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Dan Hicks with Paul Azinger, welcoming you back to the Healthy Stand Classic. And Zing, she has been absolutely tremendous today, but it all comes down to this shot.
It does, Dan, and you couldn't ask for better conditions. 68 degrees, just a slight 2-mile-an-hour breeze and a UV index of 3. This is absolutely critical.
That is right. This direct exposure to midday sun could be increasing her risk to melanoma.
It looks like she's making a change.
Yeah, she's putting that putter back in the bag. Now let's see what she takes out.
Oh, wow. Looks like she's pulling out a 15.
I don't know. Looks like she's going with a 30.
Strong choice. She's going to want to use the recommended SPF 30 even on a cloudy day.
And notice how she's using broad spectrum sunscreen.
And a generous amount, too.
Incredible.
That was a masterful performance.
That was pretty good, too.
Stand Up to Cancer and Optum want to help you reduce your risk for cancer. Visit takeahealthystand.org.
Before I was adopted, I felt alone.
I felt nervous that I wouldn't have a family.
I was getting older and older. I didn't think I was going to get adopted.
With help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption, Lexi, Connor, and LaShawna now have a forever family and the foundation for a bright future.
When I was adopted, it was like wow, I get to settle, and this is permanent.
After I was adopted, I felt happy.
Adoption changed me for the better. I feel like I can be whoever I want to be.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find forever families for children who have been lingering in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
Every second counts in a poison emergency. That's why Poison Help is standing by 24/7 to provide free assistance in over 100 languages. Save Poison Help as a contact in your phone today. Poison Help. 1-800-222-1222.
Don't let someone get your goat. There's plenty to go around for everyone. 103.3 The GOAT, the greatest sports talk of all time.
All right, Dave Schultz, Lyndon Burton on a Monday afternoon sports chat, 103.3 The GOAT. Big stories from the weekend. Obviously, the Pac-12 basically dissolving, although we do have news now. Mm-hmm. Let's see what we got here.
Some new news. Okay.
Well, the ACC, I think. Let me see if I get this right before I say it. Yes, the latest from the ACC, they have exploratory calls on Cal and Stanford.
Oh.
That feels like a desperate move.
Yeah, what?
That doesn't help them at all.
The ACC?
Talk
about flying across the country.
Yeah, that's not going to keep.
Bro, if Stanford does that, that would be idiotic.
That's not. Well, they have the money. I don't think Cal does.
Oh, yeah.
That's
no,
a big
sure.
difference. All right. What did you say? Like $37.5 billion endowment?
Let me pull it up again. It's insane. Because they could start their own show if they want, their own network if they wanted.
I doubt it.
Yeah, no, I agree. $37.8 billion.
Yeah. By the way, is our Mega Millions tonight or tomorrow?
Oh, that is tomorrow. I gotta get my ticket.
$1.5 billion.
Getting my ticket first.
You know what? So at 30 years, maybe I should take the lump sum. Mm-hmm. Because in 30 years, you'll just be 60.
You definitely should.
But I kind of like that. I kind of like that annual payment. I kind of like Bobby Bonilla Day.
No, thank you.
I kind of like that $16 million. I would be obviously with $16 million, and that's after taxes. $16 million, I'd be able to take care of my whole family. I'm good.
True.
I'm golden. So then every year I get more money.
You're good. Yeah.
Or we just take a trip?
I'm taking that lump sum.
And doing what?
And I'm going to take care of my family. I'm going to propose to my girlfriend.
The lump sum is $649 million after taxes.
Yes, sir. So I'm going to take care of my mom, my brother.
The annuity turns into $1 billion.
Well, I'm gonna take the right now. Take care of my mom, my brother, my grandma, and my godchild. Because I have a godchild.
Right.
I'm gonna propose to my girlfriend.
Right.
Buy her family a house.
Okay.
And then pay my podcast people and take care of them.
And you don't think you could get by with that on $16 million?
I could. I definitely could. But I just, I want to be balling, Dave.
I definitely could.
I want to make my podcast, jump out the gym, and then I'll still come to work.
How much money would it take for you to jump out the gym with your podcast?
I want to put $250,000 into marketing. $250,000 into marketing, $250,000 into merch, and then I'll be good. So $500,000 into it, essentially.
So why wouldn't you be able to do that with $16 million?
I could, but I want that lump sum, Dave.
Unfortunately, this is what would happen. You'd be broke in 5 years.
No, sir, because I got my uncle. He'd be my accountant, and he's frugal out the world.
All right.
I would tell him, don't let me touch this. And I'd sign a document, and I'd give him he's my accountant. I can only take a certain amount. No. Right. I have a plan. I'm actually pretty frugal with my money.
Even though you spend $500,000 on your podcast.
Well, I mean, because that's how I'm gonna make some more money. I'm trying to get that podcast jumping out the gym.
Okay.
So no. I know I sound not frugal, but in real life, I don't spend a lot of money at all.
Well, if you've seen your car, we know that. Yes. Right.
Oh, speaking of,
he won't spend $20 to get a car wash.
let me let you know, it's getting fixed.
It's getting fixed.
It's getting fixed, and I'm trading it in.
It's getting fixed, and you're trading it in.
Yes, sir.
What is getting fixed?
The car. Have you not seen the?
I have seen the car.
Yeah, no, I'm fixing everything,
including the windshield.
Yes, sir.
All
and I'm
right.
trading it in and getting a new car because my legs are too close to the. I'm too tall for that car. My legs. If you see it, my legs are like this. So if I get in a wreck, the dash is gonna go into my knees.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's not. So I'm gonna get a bigger size car for me.
Okay.
Yep, I'm excited.
I fit in the car.
Yeah, no.
Why wouldn't you fit in the car?
I'm gonna show you before we leave of how close my legs are to the dash.
Okay.
And I know who's calling. We got Smoke on the line because
All
he's
right.
salty that I called him trash at 2K. What's up, Smoke?
What's up, Smoke?
What's going on, fellas? First of all, we all know you're a cheater. Even Dave said earlier in the show how you cheating on him. See, so we don't cancel that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And let it be known you're not tall. You're a shrimp. Nah. Anyway,
Wait, let me stop you real quick, and then I'll let you go. Dave, am I short, man? let this be known to the world.
No, he's not
I'm like
short.
6 foot. I'm 6 foot, 6'1".
6 foot,
He's
yeah.
short next to me. He's short next to me. He Kevin Hart next to me. Okay. Now I called about this Kareem Hunt thing.
Yeah.
And what I've said, just listen to what you have to say. I think this will, if we sign him, I think he will be, that I can think of right now, he'll be the best signing that we had since Drew Brees. He's that elite.
Kareem, well, I mean, he wants too much money, Smoke. I don't think he's gonna come.
He's worth the money. He's worth it.
He wants Kamara. Dave, how much money does Hunt want? Because it's too much for the Saints. to sign.
I don't know how much he wants. Yeah, they said he wants too much money. So
yeah, we're not getting him.
Well, I know a lot. That's why a lot of teams don't want to touch him. But he's better than Kamara. Trade Kamara and keep him.
Oh wow!
That's how I look at it. Yes, he's proven. Lead rusher. Look at it. He's proven. He's proven. That's all I'm saying. He's more proven. He can go. He can take them hits up the middle better than Kamara, and he go east and west. He also can catch the ball. You know, hey.
But that's why we have Jamal Williams to go up and down, and then Kendre Miller can do both. So I feel like with what we have, that would be a waste of money.
Kareem Hunt is more proven than both. Kareem Hunt is more proven than both.
Jamal Williams was the rushing leader last year.
Touchdown rusher.
Touchdown rusher. Yeah, touchdown leader.
But go look at it. Go look at his stats over his career. Then you come back and talk to me. Don't give me no 1 year hype.
Well, hold on here.
I'll finish.
If you were talking about 1 year hype, Kareem Hunt is 1 year hype.
Yeah, true.
No, that's a lie. Go look at his stats.
I did look at his stats. I did go look at his stats.
You go look.
I looked at his stats. I did.
And he was sharing the ball.
Okay, well, so was Jamal Williams.
He was coming off the bench sharing the ball, and he produced.
Jamal Williams was definitely coming off the bench.
Jamal Williams sharing the ball, too. Kareem Hunt led the NFL in rushing in his rookie year. He hasn't broken 1,000 yards since.
Oh, my God. We got another day at a time. Watch. I'm going to prove this to y'all.
No, I got the stats.
I'm just telling you the stats. Don't come here with stats when you don't know the stats.
Look, here we go. I'm going to give you Jamal Williams compared to Kareem Hunt.
Did he hang up?
Oh, well, I clicked because he said he was leaving. I got it. He said he was done.
Okay.
But to Dave's point, Kareem Hunt, first year, 1,327 rushing yards.
Led the NFL.
Second year, and only 8 touchdowns, mind you, with that as well. Second year, 824, 7 touchdowns. The next year, 179, 2, but that was because of, what
he got suspended in 2019. He did his off-field issues.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so a couple things here. He finished second as offensive rookie of the year in the AFC or in the NFL, right?
Well,
Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, he did.
Alvin Kamara beat him out for offensive rookie of the year, despite leading the NFL in rushing.
Yep. So here are the rest of his stats. He came back 841 yards, 6 touchdowns. The year after that, 386, 5 touchdowns. The year after that, 468, 3 touchdowns. Here's Jamal Williams. First year, 556, 4 touchdowns. 464, 3, 461, 505, 2, 601, 3, and then the last year, 1,066 and 17 touchdowns. Jamal Williams has gone up while Kareem Hunt has gone down. And here are Alvin Kamara's stats, just since we're doing it right now. And Kamara, first year, 728, 8 touchdowns. Next, 883, 14 touchdowns. Year after that, 797, 5 touchdowns. Year after that, 932, 16. Year after that, 898 with 4. And then last year, 897 with 2. Both those guys together, to me, give you what you want from Kareem Hunt and then some.
Right. Well, the thing is with Kareem Hunt, what's going to happen? Is he going to be like even the number 2 guy? What happens when Kamara comes back?
Exactly. And then receiving-wise, because he mentioned receiving, Kamara smokes him with receiving yards and touchdowns.
Well, that's why he got Offensive Rookie of the Year.
No point even mentioning it. And Jamal Williams is kind of close
Kamara,
as well.
Jamal Williams, and the rookie.
You don't need Kareem Hunt. You don't. You were just getting him as ultimate insurance if he wanted to come super cheap because you lost Eno Benjamin.
Yeah.
But we're not paying the amount of money that Kareem Hunt wants. Dude wants like $10 million or something like that. That's too much.
He's not getting.
That's what Saquon's getting. No, thank you.
He's not getting that kind of. Who says he's getting that kind of money?
Him.
Who?
Kareem Hunt.
No.
Yeah, that's what he says. Also, I don't know if you want to take a break and do this after, but Undisputed has a new host. The story will be up on 103.3 The GOAT very soon.
All right, let's take a timeout.
All righty.
Kareem Hunt's coming off a 2-year, $12 million deal. Is hoping for an offer that exceeds $1 million base. He's not looking for $10 million.
Oh, okay.
He's looking for $1 million. He's looking for $1 million or $1.5 million. All right. All right. Let's take a timeout. What he's going to do is Hunt's going to wait because someone's going to get hurt.
And then pop on.
And he's going to pop on that.
Gotcha.
That's what's going to happen. All right, Dave Schultz, Lennon Burton, 103.3 The GOAT.
At Lofton, we're in the business of matching hard workers with some of the most sought-after employers in the Lafayette area. To Lofton, you're more than just another employee. We care about your interests, and we can help match you with a company that needs your skills. You can complete an application, schedule an interview, and even browse jobs by simply going to lofton.jobs. That's lofton.jobs. We also offer an unlimited $100 referral bonus. At Lofton, we put people to work. Lofton.jobs.
This is a Louisiana Job Alert brought to you by Gulfland Structures. Gulfland Structures has immediate full-time openings for AC techs. Gulfland offers top pay with incredible benefits. Medical, dental, vision, 401k, vacation, sick time, long and short-term disability. If you're an AC tech and want to work for the #1 living quarters and man camp builder in the country, then Gulfland Structures wants to hear from you. Apply online at gulflandstructures.com/careers. Attention job seekers. Gulfland Structures is now hiring for AC techs. Call 337-993-9858. 337-993-9858 or go to gulflandstructures.com/careers. This has been a Louisiana Job Alert brought to you by Gulfland Structures, an equal opportunity employer.
Okay, next time you're at the store, I dare you to not think about the unmistakable fresh, clean scent of Irish Spring. Yeah, you heard me. I want you to resist picturing a shower filled with those sensational Irish Spring suds. And if you succeed, well, you got what my gramps used to call resolutitude. Not a real word, but let's be honest, you're probably going to end up leaving with Irish Spring because of its irresistible scent and because you have zero resolutitude. Pick up Irish Spring at Walmart today.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 a.m, my phone rang. They said, I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action. Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Thirsty for intelligent sports talk? Sounds like you need a little Gatorade. 103.3 The GOAT. The greatest sports talk of all time.
All right. James Schultz, Lyndon Burton. On a Monday afternoon sports chat, 103.3 The GOAT. Apparently Skip Bayless taking a 2-month break. That must be nice.
Oh.
It's not even on.
Oh, and I thought they come back August 28th.
I don't think he's been on for a month.
Oh, yeah, no. He hasn't been on since Shannon left. Since the NBA Finals, yeah. But
August, that's 2 months.
Yeah, you're right. I thought you meant 2 months now. Yeah, no, you're right. He's been on a 2-month break. No, for sure. A little confused, but I got you. But he has a new host now.
Who is it?
His new host is Richard Sherman, former Legion of Boom member. And Sherman will also continue his role on Amazon on Thursday Night Football. But look, man, they had banter back when Bayless was on First Take that got really fired up. I didn't expect him to choose Sherman, but I do think Sherman is a good choice to replace Shannon Sharpe. He's educated. He's a guy that can cause controversy. I just don't know if he knows the other sports as well as Sharpe did. That's the issue. When it comes to NBA season, they might need
I don't know why that is. I don't know why you'd assume that. But I'm not. How long do you think Richard Sherman's going to last? Because he's not going to put up with
Skip's
antics either.
Probably not. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
That's the only thing I wonder. I'm sure he's getting paid well, and obviously Richard Stanford grad, right? Really bright guy, kind of underdrafted, right? And became one of the great corners. So he understands the game, but at the same time, he's made the kind of money where he may not want to play the game.
With Skip, yeah.
So that's like Tony Romo, right? So Tony Romo was the first guy of this generation, so to speak, to get this kind of money or to be on the TV, right? And he's like, you know what? I've got like 9 figures in the bank. I'm not doing this for what you're paying me. If you want to pay me, you got to pony up. So then they gave him all kinds of ridiculous money after 1 year. And then, Aikman said, I was a better quarterback than he was, and I'm better on TV than he is. You got to pay me.
Yep.
And you got to pay Buck. And they're paying an outlandish amount of money for some of these guys.
I got some more info.
Yeah.
He's going to debate with Skip Bayless 50 to 100 times per year, but it will be primarily during football season. So I'm assuming he's going to get another host for basketball season.
Okay.
Because, like I said, it just didn't make sense. Sherman just doesn't know basketball that well. So I'm assuming he'll go get a former NBA player to do the NBA
100 times
season.
a year. September, October, November, December is, how long is that?
Every day.
5.
Yeah.
22 days out of the month. So September.
That adds up.
So that's about 88 right there.
Yeah.
But you go into January, now you're over 100, right, for football.
Yeah.
So. All right, we got a caller?
Yeah, I'm assuming this guy's name is Doug.
Hey, Doug. Thanks for calling, man.
Hey, guys. How's it going this afternoon?
Going well. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I know y'all are not talking about LSU women's basketball, but I'd like to make a comment about something I saw last night on TV concerning them.
Okay.
I was on one of those free movie channels, and there was a commercial for Amazon, and I don't know if anybody else has seen it. It's the first time I saw it. And lo and behold, there's, now I forget her name.
Angel Reese.
Yes, her.
Okay.
And Flauta Johnson.
Okay. I have not seen the commercial.
The commercial, they did very well, and I was happy to see that, and it just got me to thinking that, these girls are having trouble getting into the WNBA because it's so limited with the amount of people, and their professional careers are maybe and maybe not. And these girls are making bank doing these commercials. Yeah. And I think that is wonderful, man. And I think they should keep making commercials and stay in college as long as they can.
Well, that's what we suggested.
There's no guarantee. Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Well, Angel Reese has another year. She can come back next season if she wants to. She had, not this season and next season. She has 2 more years of eligibility. She could be making $6 million compared to $250,000 in the WNBA.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And I love seeing Flauta Johnson. I mean, the first time I got a taste of her was on America's Got Talent.
Oh, wow.
And that girl's got some talent.
No, that's a fact.
All right, Doug.
That's a fact. Appreciate you, Doug.
Thanks for calling.
There's an interesting.
I have not seen that commercial yet.
No, me neither. But there's an interesting interview that Haley Van Lith put out about how she was concerned about going to LSU at first, but when she got into the building, she realized that, hey, all these girls and in Mulkey's program, they're about team first. And Angel, FloJ, and Mulkey all reassured her, hey, you're going to get your shots. You're going to get the ball touches that you deserve. It's not going to be just the Angel Reese show or the FloJ show. It is the LSU show, and it's going to be team basketball. And if that maintains, they're going to win again, Dave. I can say that with confidence because you add Anissa Morrow, who before Caitlin Clark really took off, they said Morrow was the best offensive basketball player in women's college basketball. And they have her as well, a top draft class coming in, plus Haley Van Lith and what they had last year. That team's going to be special, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, this Kevin Brown cut has made it. You want to play it one more time?
Oh, yeah. Let me
see if you can find it. I mean, everybody is on it. Kevin Nagandi is on it. Awful Announcing and the Big Lead is on it. Front Office Sports is on it. John Boy Media is on it. Kevin Connors is on it. Adam Shine is on it. I mean, all these national media guys and the Orioles. Here's the thing, right? It took 2 weeks to realize.
All right, I got it.
Took 2 full weeks to realize that he had been suspended. They could have suspended him quietly for like a weekend and nobody would have noticed. Instead, now it's out and the Orioles look like petty people. Mm-hmm. Like the Orioles are having their best season in maybe, since Jeffrey Mayer? Is that where we are? Since 1997?
I assume so.
Is that a possibility? I got that year right? So, and they just ruin it like this.
Yeah.
They ruin it like this.
Here it is.
So.
For the Orioles, Brandon Hyde has felt like this has been maybe the toughest ballpark to play in, but the Orioles have a chance to do something special today. They've already clinched at least a split in the series, winning 2 of the first 3, and they could pick up a series win behind Tyler Wells today. It's been a minute. The Orioles split a 2-gamer with the Rays in June. They had lost their last 15 series here at Tropicana Field. You have to go back to when our now colleague Brad Brock picked up the win in the series finale June 25th, 2017, the last time the Orioles won a series here at St. Pete. Already got 3-2 at the Trop this year after winning 3 of 18 the previous 3 years combined. It is a stark difference, Ben, and it is not a bad Rays team. It's not like all of a sudden the Rays became slouches in the American League East. They've led this division every day, but now 2, and the Orioles once again are back alone in first place. Yeah, for the Orioles, Brandon.
So all he's doing is pointing out that the Orioles are
not good against the Rays.
Not good against the Rays in Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And they've already won 3 games against them this year in Tampa Bay and are doing much better. And Brandon Hyde mentioned it. I bet you it's in the game notes. And again, the way this works on TV is the producer or the director and the graphics guys all get together. They decide what the opening segment's going to be. They show the broadcaster, this is what we worked out. We're going to say the Orioles have not had a lot of luck here in Tampa Bay. And then you say what you're going to say.
Yep.
Right? They don't tell the guy what to say. He comes, the broadcaster, he or she.
That owner seems like he wants puppets to say whatever what is ever good for the team. That's it.
It has gone viral in the last 2 hours. That is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Right. As it should. That guy shouldn't have lost his job.
But all the broadcasters that I follow, local and national, are all over it. So we'll see what happens. And Kevin Brown's a nice guy. He hasn't come on this show yet. We'll see what his college football status is like. Usually we have him on if they were doing, Cajuns or LSU. So, all right, another great show. So we previewed Alabama today, right? That was pretty good. That's another one off the list. All right, so we got to do. We need to do some more Sun Belt and some SEC and NFL. Maybe tomorrow. We do have Chris Gordy coming on tomorrow, so we'll talk SEC with him, and we do have Jay Crane coming on tomorrow in his regular spot, and we will let you know when Jeff Pearlman is coming on.
Nice. Excited about that.
So now in between all your NBA 2K, your nighttime shift over on 107.9, are you going to have time to watch Winning Time tonight?
Yes, sir.
And doing the morning show tomorrow?
Yes, sir. I'm excited. Right when I get off, my girlfriend made me a special dinner as congratulations for getting the show. I'm going to go eat that and watch Winning Time and The Bachelorette.
All right. How you going to do both of that?
Winning Time's only like 45 minutes.
I don't think so.
Or it's an hour? That's fine.
At least.
Do the hour and then the Bachelorette hour and then go to sleep. I stay up late anyway.
When are you doing the show?
From 7 to... I'm going to tell you off air. All right. Trying to put me on the spot.
I am trying to get you on the spot, trying to give it away. All right. All right. Special thanks to all our guests from... Well, let's see if we can find them here quickly. Dimitri Rabinos, Jacques Doucet, John Hendricks, Tim Brando, and Nick Kelly. Thanks to Linda Burton for doing a bang-up job. Thank you for listening. We'll be back again tomorrow with another edition of Sports Chat. Keep it tuned in. 103.3 The GOAT.
Download the free 103.3 The GOAT app now.
Right now.
You've got mail and the very latest sports news now.
Did he say what I think he said?
103.3 The GOAT.
Here's another tip from Terrio Family Dental. Brushing and flossing after each meal to maintain your lovely smile is one of the easiest ways to improve your dental health. Brushing and flossing allow you to get rid of food and plaque that accumulates between teeth and gums. Brush your teeth and tongue for at least 2 minutes with a soft bristle toothbrush and fluoride toothpaste, and follow with some floss. And see your dentist at least twice a year. For more tips and advice from Terrio Family Dental, log on to this Town Square Media radio station's website.
The caring and friendly staff at Terrio Dental understands that going to the dentist for many people is no walk in the park and can be downright scary. That's the reason Terrio Dental offers sedation dentistry. Medication can be given prior to reduce anxiety, and they can provide nitrous oxide during the procedure. You can trust Terrio Dental to take the fear away and help you maintain a healthy and beautiful smile. See them at 121 Rue Louis XIV off College Saloon, or their new location, 329 Iberia Street, Youngsville, or visit LafayetteLADentist.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
AutoZone is more than a parts store. It's where we help you solve problems like, sorry I'm late, my battery died. And
I need a jump again.
At America's #1 battery destination, you can find the right battery at the right price with options starting at only $89.99. And we offer free battery testing and charging whenever you need it. Get the parts and help you need to get the job done right at AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
The mission of Paralyzed Veterans of America is clear. Accessibility. Veterans who have served and sacrificed the best of themselves deserve access to the best our country has to offer. Access to meaningful employment. Access to the Veterans Benefit